Is everybody ready to get started?
Absolutely.
It was awful. It was just dreadful. I'm sorry.
Terrible, huh?
I was trying to say something nice, but I just couldn't get there.
It was bad.
I tried.
Yeah. Ben?
That sounded like a hippopotamus being hit by an airplane, the remains then being collected and burned, but then the ashes gathered, and the ashes transformed into a glowing diamond of
Matt, what's your take?
I have to disagree with my fellow judges. I thought that it was fresh, it was current, it felt relevant.
Drew, your thoughts?
Well, I have to admit my mind drifted for a moment. I was thinking about the time I had dignity, but actually, that was when I came back. That was actually pretty funny. I have to say that was amusing.
Ben?
That was better.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. Now, admittedly, the standard was what came just before it, but still, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, that was at least a 4.
That's something. Better than 0. Matt?
I thought it couldn't get better than the last one, and this somehow exceeded even those expectations. I wanted to hear more of it.
Your immediate reaction?
Well, let me just say that it's comparing the size and weight of various piles of steaming is actually difficult when you don't have a proper scale.
Mm-hmm.
And so you sort of have to just eyeball it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, to be honest with you, between number 1 and number 2, and they're all number 2, but between number 1 and number 2 and number 3 falls somewhere between 1 and 2. It's not as bad as the first one.
Oh, wow.
It's not as good as the third one. It's somewhere in the middle. But again, we are now just grading gradations of absolute horse
excrement.
I mean, just wow.
Okay. Drew?
When I lived in England, I had a hernia, and because they have that universal health care, they don't give you painkillers. They literally just give you aspirin and tell you to have a stiff upper lip. And it was possibly the most painful experience of my life until this.
Fair. Harsh, but fair. Matt?
Thought it was tremendous.